Good morning, folk. We are back, and guess who motherfucking was? She had to be
Whee! Woo!
home
I
safe
got
and
it.
sound. Home safe and sound. We're super fucking happy to have her back. She's been very much so missed. Y'all have missed her. Y'all have been asking where she is, and I have regained my life.
Wifey's home.
Life is home. See, because like you literally like just joined the clan. Are
Mm-hmm.
you allowed to participate in Clan Wars?
I have absolutely no idea. It is showing Clan Wars.
Yeah. Oh no, it looks like you are. No,
So
you cannot participate as you joined after the. Yeah, you can.
no. And I had some good shards here that I could have friggin' used.
Keep them. Keep them.
Well, if I'm not going to be using this account, if I'm
Well,
going to
you
be
can
doing the
still
other account,
you
then
can still use this account. Like you
yeah.
can go between the two, but it's just up to you whether or not you feel like you've got the time to be going between the
Exactly. Like if
two.
I'm going to sit and build up another account, do I really want to chop and change, you
Or
know?
why don't you just for now hold on to them and
Yeah,
then pull them at the next Clan Wars you can actually participate in?
yeah,
And then when you actually like have the shards pulled and completed, obviously then in 2 weeks' time, then you can just neglect it from there on in.
yeah, true.
Because there's
True,
otherwise
true.
it'd be a waste of shards.
Yeah, well, we don't want to
Good
waste them.
morning.
Morning.
No, we were debating it, but basically she just joined the clan because she's been on holiday for 2 weeks. So she's just joined the clan after Clan Wars has started, so
Yeah,
she can't participate. So I was like, look, you've got the shards there, so why not just hang on to them till the next Clan Wars to get all the fucking pointerinos? Because then she's gonna have her new account anyway. I have my new account and stuff now, so my new account's gonna be participating.
yeah. I should have had this sorted last night, but it is what it is. Not a lot we can do about it now.
People were busy, man.
I know yesterday
I,
was just such a long day. We were
yeah.
out from like 10 o'clock in the morning till like 5 in the evening,
Mm.
doing the annual reviews at hospital and stuff. So I just feel like from I got home, I haven't really had a
Yeah.
minute. Well, that's a lie because I had Sunday and I did nothing on Sunday. Like literally nothing.
But that's the way it should have been.
But I was exhausted after the bloody airport fiasco.
Like you said, literally just got home. It was your fucking birthday. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like you needed to have that, you know what I'm saying?
Happy belated birthday to me. Woohoo!
We
I'm laughing.
definitely
I say as I'm looking at a happy birthday candle that's still sitting in front of my laptop.
you decide how long you're gonna celebrate your birthday for, okay? No one else.
Well, apparently it's going to be like all of this month. My aunt's bringing me out for dinner on Thursday,
Where's
and then
going?
what do you call it? Ben Madigan's.
What time at?
I have no idea. Tea time, dinner time.
Me and Chris are going.
Oh, are you? What
Yes.
time?
4?
Well, we'll probably be after that because she'll probably be working. So maybe be like 5 or 6.
What's
But
the
wouldn't it be
beer?
funny if you were still there?
Oh my god!
That's so random.
I was like, wait, where are you fucking going on Thursday? What fucking time, bitch? Because like we've been trying to like have a date night and stuff. Then obviously like we can bring the dog and all.
Yeah.
So we were like, let's go have a wee fucking date night. Um, I'm gonna fucking message him. He's sleeping like because he was on night shift, but that's hilarious.
Yeah, that is actually hilarious. Like, how random that we end up the same night, similar times, without even having told each other that it was happening.
I know.
That's so funny. And then Lucinda's bringing me out at the end of the month to
Mm,
Revolution de Cuba.
right.
Apparently it's like a bottomless brunch thing, so that'll be
Mm.
fun.
I can't fucking believe that. What is wrong with us? Like we're so bloody in sync sometimes. It's ridiculous. Right, I
It
have
is
2
so
void
random.
shards to do, so I'm gonna go and I'm gonna pull.
Yes, let's see what you're gonna pull, seeing as I can't pull mine today.
I have void shards and ancient shards.
Eek.
Eh.
What you gonna get? What you gonna get? Yeah.
I want good ones.
Only good ones allowed. No. I think I actually have a primal and a sacred, just one of each. So that will be good next time around.
Yep, that'll be fucking next Clan Wars. Next Clan Wars isn't personal rewards Clan Wars, though.
It is or isn't?
Is not.
Okay, so it's only this Clan Wars that's personal. Oh, shit, I'm actually missing out on good stuff then.
We're already 82k points, and they're at 4. But it's a new baby clan, so we're gonna get, we're gonna get the little,
points, yeah, because you'll be leveling shit up.
Yeah. And like, because it's a brand new clan, we're getting matched with, a baby clan, whereas everyone in the clan knows what they're doing, knows how to get maximum points. We've been then saving, stuff and whatever. So we're doing good, buddy.
Oh shit, I'm right back down. I forgot. I forgot about the arena.
Your arena.
Back at the beginning. Oh, no! We're getting so friggin' far too. Oh, that's
sure, that would be the same anyway, because you're not going to be using this account for much longer, so.
No, very true, very true. Just whenever you've worked your ass off to get up there, it's a pain in the arse.
Yawns.
You not sleep well last night?
Girl, I've not been sleeping well since fucking Christmas. Like, I'm maybe getting like 5 hours sleep a night.
That's not good.
No.
Not at all, especially when you need your sleep.
Yep. The clan we are versusing on your main account is already at 2.2 mil points. Ooh! That's not fucking fun.
That's fucking crazy.
The most that our clan has been able to got was what, 400, 500, 600k?
Yeah.
Something like that.
I think the most was like 600 plus K, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the best we've freaking had so far, and that was mostly because Paco was busting his ass.
Paco and Tay were fucking busting butts, like.
Yeah. Whenever Tay came in, he was busting balls too.
Mm-hmm. I'll keep you.
I can't believe that. That's crazy. Do you ever think we'll get to that stage?
I hope so. Like, see me seeing them do the fucking, like, clan bosses, and I'm like, hey, stop fucking killing easy clan boss on one fucking key, leave something for the rest of us, okay? I can do about 2 fucking damage on normal. Stop. Give me a couple of fucking weeks.
Do the harder ones.
Yeah, like, go on into the higher levels where you belong,
Don't take mine from me.
You overextended your points on last clan versus clan. Now you're at tier 4 personal rewards. You don't think you'll get all the rewards? Oh,
That's
oh no!
That oh
no! I can't remember what it was, but like I had did something like 2 fucking weeks ago or whatever. Like maybe I dropped something or knocked into something or forgot something or whatever, and I just went, oh shit. And Chris was like, what? And I was like, I said, oh shit. And he was like, no, you said it like a fucking adorable little baby.
Like
and he's like, that's gonna stick forever now. So now it's our thing every single time something goes wrong. I said, oh shit. I said,
just a little baby voice.
I'm just a baby.
No.
Because, like, I always take the piss out of him because, like, he makes, like, random dad noises, says that he doesn't, right? But, like, the man cannot do anything without being like, oh, fuck, or oh, shit. Do you know what I mean? So, like, I just start taking the piss out of him every single time he does it. I'm like, oh, shit. And he's like, stop. And I'm like, every time you do it, I do it. I'm just making you aware of how often you do it.
Yeah. Well, if it's being brought to your attention, then why can't you bring it to his attention?
Yep.
Fair is fair and all that. Come on, guys, kick some butts. It feels weird being back on my laptop.
Doesn't it?
Yeah, I haven't been on it for weeks.
You're like, what are buttons?
I don't know how it works. It's like playing The Sims all over again.
Yeah,
I'm actually
that's
afraid.
exactly.
Yeah, I'm afraid to open The Sims again because I know how frustrated I was getting with my mouse.
It's not that. It's like there's been updates and stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like all your mods are going to need updated and all that stuff too. So, and that's exactly what it is. It's man grunts. It's just old
Grunts and
dad
moans.
noises. And like he'll just sit there and be like, and I'm like, how old are you? 80?
Yeah. No, see that noise that you just made? I hate that noise.
Stop at me too.
That's a noise you hear from some dirty, stinking man in the street before he hacks up a big spit onto the pavement.
It fucking kills my soul. And he's like, oh, there was something stuck in my throat. And I'm like, what? A big ass fucking penis or something? Like, what are you choking on? Fucking hell.
You must be choking on your new bottle opener.
Oh, well, I haven't opened it yet. I can't
Honestly,
wait.
It reminded me of you. You'll know why whenever you open it, but I just laughed.
I do have my little Frank the Frog.
I know. Frank the Frog was so funny. I just walked past him and I was like, I have to get that frog for Gemma.
Like I literally say it. I was like, he looks like he's going like, ooh. Ooh, like he looks so suggestive. And like he gives me, you know, like the George Takei meme where it's like, oh my. Like he's giving me that. He gives that. And Chris was just like, eh. And I was like, but this is why she's my wife, okay? Because we get each other.
It was just so random because I think we brought the kids out on the last full day and we were like, well, let's go spend your spent money because you haven't really spent it, so we'll bring you out and you can just like go wild. So we were in and out of all these shops, and that was like near one of the last shops walked into, and as I walked past it I just done a double take back and I was like, frogs. And then there was like a couple of different ones and he was the one that was just calling to me. I was like, no, I have to get him. To get him.
I got to do it, man.
I got to do it. Right, let's see. Donjon. What is open today?
Force Keep.
Force Keep. I still haven't beat stage 13, so we shall move on.
What was it?
I'm building up. Who do I need to remove? I need to build her up there, don't I? Oh, she's in the sparring pit. But yeah,
I can hear your music so much.
Can you?
Let's
see if I can lower it.
Like the sound effects of like the battles, cool, grand. But when I'm hearing your music and my music, I'm like,
it's too much for your delicate little ears.
Yeah. I'm like, oh my god!
I'll have
God knows what it's like for the viewers. I don't know if they can fucking hear it. But bitch can.
Well, let us know if you can hear it, viewers.
Also, I have an idea. well, okay, me and Chris had an idea, right? So we've been playing Overcooked, right? Just like in our spare time, we basically took it with us on holiday because we brought the PS4 with us on holiday.
Yeah.
And like I was trying to explain to him how fucking funny it was when I tried to get you to play it. And he was like, that would be fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
So we decided that like next kind of like games night thing.
Yeah.
We should all play Overcooked.
Well, we can't do that because I have it at home. I got it.
Mm-hmm.
So I did. But yeah, I am so uncoordinated. Can nearly talk today.
It's the fact that like you don't communicate and it's just panic, smashing buttons and screaming. And I'm like, listen, if you just fucking listened and went over there, grabbed the fucking lettuce and brought it back to me, we wouldn't have the problem.
Yeah.
And you're just like, ah!
What's lettuce? I don't know what lettuce is anymore.
Like, the green thing is lettuce.
Yeah.
And obviously Kate like added to it as well, but
yeah. Well, you know how bad it was whenever you and I were playing it, and you know what you're doing, and I was having a freak attack.
Chris doesn't communicate.
What it was like me and Michael trying to play it.
Like Chris won't talk at all. Like, he goes into his own wee world.
Yeah, super focus.
And will not fucking say shit. And I'm standing here like, where's my beef? Like, I have the rice done. I've got the fucking tortilla out. Where's my beef? And he was like, oh, I was doing chicken. Was it beef? And I'm like, oh my God. And like, yeah, I'm like, call out to me what you're fucking doing so I can get my fucking shit sorted what I'm doing, you know, and that's nah. And then I end up just like having to talk to everybody like they're dum-dums. I'm like, go over to the bottom, get the lettuce, put it in the middle. I'm going to chop it.
No, I think you ended up doing like
90% of the work.
Yeah, the last time.
Yep.
And I was just like plating shit up and bringing it out.
Yep.
And you were like doing it all. Because I was so freaked out. And this is what I get like with horror games. I love watching other people play horror games.
Yeah.
But see, when it comes to me trying to play them, I like throw the remote across the room. If a zombie comes at me, I'm like, ah! Like it's real life, you know?
Like I was thinking, like what we could even do as well is like it would be difficult just because of like, you know, like internet or whatever. But we could all do it like on our PCs and then stream it because that would be fucking hilarious.
That would actually be good crack.
Because Chris says he has a way that you can like stream from your PlayStation and stuff, but then that means like getting the thingy for you guys and then me having the thingy and then getting it all set up and coordinated, and I don't know how to do any of that. You know what I mean? So I'm like, fuck that.
Yeah.
So it was like it's not expensive on the PC, so like we could, you know, maybe do that. And I just think people would be fucking wetting them. Like I'm gonna, like, you know, the way I had to pause so much when it was just us playing because I was genuinely in tears of laughter because I could not deal with you. Like I just can't imagine what it's gonna be like having not just me and you play and then, you know,
add other people.
Yeah.
But I just a little baby.
I'm just a baby. And the thing is as well is like it adds on like the difficulty the more players there are. So if it's me and you, maybe we only need 100 points. But if it's like me, you, and Chris, maybe we need 200 points. If it was me, you, and Chris, and Michael, maybe we'd need 300 points. You know what I mean? So it's like boom, boom, boom.
Yeah. You got to get a hell of a lot more done to be able to get your stars.
Yeah. And I can just see it being constant screaming.
It's going to be a mess if I'm involved.
Like, it's going to be like half an hour of the stream just trying to get past one fucking level because...
Oh my God, could you imagine? And then the frustration would kick in. You'd be screaming at us all. I'd be crying.
Like, I rage quit a couple of times when me and Chris were playing because he just would not listen. Like, I would be like, right, the way the fucking map is, I'm stuck on this side of the kitchen and you're stuck on that side of the kitchen, so I can't help you with this stuff. So if you mess up your times or you fucking set something on fucking fire or blah, 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 like, it's not my fault. Yeah. You gotta fucking get it together and communicate with me. And he's like, right, okay. And then he's just fucking dilly-dallying like there's no timer and it's a fucking Sunday.
He's just putting love into the food, you know?
Like, there's, you know, the one where, like, if you leave stuff on the counter, the rats get it.
I don't think I ever got that far.
Basically, like, if you were to leave, like, a tomato or an onion or whatever on a counter, like, and it wasn't, like, chopped or in, like, a, fucking, what do you call them? Pot.
Yeah.
Like, a rat will come get it, steal it, and run away. You don't get it back. And forever, I was like, you can't leave that there. You can't leave that there. The rats are going to get it. And then the fucking rat would come out and I'd be like, get it, the fucking rat's there. And he'd be like, huh? And I'm like, oh my God.
He's just so laid back.
Yeah, like the dude is actually too chill for that kind of game. But like seeing Helldivers, everyone's the fucking C word. He called someone else's mum a hoe. And that's not how he fucking talks. He got that from me. You know what I mean? So I'm just like,
I can't imagine Chris calling somebody's mum a hoe.
Yeah, or like everyone's a C word and all sorts, do you know what I mean? And I'm sitting here like,
what have I done to my man?
Oh my. But like, cool as a cucumber in 99% of things, and then the Helldivers, it's, what are you doing? And I'm like, oh.
Here we go.
Chris angry. Oh, you know what he did as well the other day? We were in the car, and like a lady was just being fucking like, it was something really, really minor. Like she put her indicator on at like the last minute, but it was only in the right turn only lane anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it wasn't anything like super like awful. And he was calling her a bitch and everything. And I was like, oh, I've never heard you like call a woman a name before, like in all these months. And he's like, I don't know where that came from. And I was like, oh my. And like you know, like when maybe like certain people or whatever don't really swear much, so when they actually do swear, they kind of like semi say it under their breath.
Yeah.
Like my mummy would be like that. Like if my mummy goes to swear, mummy will be like, fuck. And I'm like, oh, because my mummy doesn't swear. So he was kind of like, Jesus fucking Christ, bitch. And I was like, you called a lady a Neo.
She must have deserved it.
Yeah, I was like, you tell her, babe. Say it again.
No, and the thing is, if she was in the correct lane and it was only a turning lane,
yeah, it was something minor.
He should have known she was turning anyway, so there was actually no need for him to call her a
Yeah, like it was something minor. Like she didn't do anything like really dangerous. She didn't do anything dangerous. You know, nothing happened that was like super bad. But like he was just in a mood. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just one of those days.
And I was just like, oh, she bitch.
One who says everyone gets to you. That was me traveling home on Saturday. Like everyone was going to get it.
Yeah.
Oh,
and not in a sexy way.
No, not in a sexy way. Like people stopping just dead in front of you in the middle of an airport. And you're like, seriously?
Everyone just walks about in their own wee fucking world, like no consideration of the world around them.
They really do. It's wild.
And it's normal, like it's normal human, you know, stuff. Like we all do it. We're thinking about our own journey, our own time frames, our own agendas. Like it's normal, it's grand. But like randomly just like slamming on your imaginary people brakes to just stand there, you know what I mean? It's like, why? Move.
I know. And even just the amount of people that just stare at you as if they've never been told that it was rude to stare, like just staring you out.
Just because them take out biddies.
Well, it wasn't me that they were staring out, but it's just like people are so fucking rude.
Yeah.
You know, really it's like I understand some people may have never seen anyone in a wheelchair before. Cause it wasn't me in the wheelchair, obviously. Yeah. But still, it's like, what the fuck are you looking at? Like, you not got anything better to do?
Have we got a problem?
Yeah.
I'd be losing my shit, like.
Yeah. There was this wasn't even in the airport. This was like one of the dinners we were going out. And as you're like walking down the strip to go to the restaurant, they have these wee like bike lanes and stuff. So because obviously they'd been in like the motorized wheelchair or whatever, we had moved on to like the normal footpath, but to get to the restaurant at a certain point you have to like go through the bike lane, which was fine. It just so happened to be on like close to a bend. So as they were crossing over, someone in a bike come round. Now the person didn't even need to stop because the lane that they were in, they hadn't even reached that lane yet. But they just sort of stopped like right in front and just sat staring us out, like actually looking, then moved off onto the pedestrian footpath and turned the bike around so they could come back and stare some more.
The fuck? Like,
what the fuck is going on with you? Like, are you lacking something up here or what?
Yeah.
And our Sinead turned around and was like, have you a problem? And they just kept looking, and I was like, move on in case this motherfucker has a neighbor or something, because there's absolutely no reason they should have stopped and then turned back around to come back. Like, so weird. People are fucking weird.
People are definitely fucking weird.
I don't get it.
It's one of them things where it's like, you know, look away. You know what I mean? Like, I understand. So eye contact in the majority of any situation is awkward as fuck.
Oh, 1,000,000%. And I get it's human nature to look.
Yeah.
But there's a difference between having a look and then making people uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You know, it's a completely different scenario. And I did not realize how many people are just inconsiderate assholes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just so weird. So it is. And then if you say something, you're the bad one.
Yep.
It's
Like if you're like, what do you want? They're like,
yeah,
oh, and you're like, really?
who am I don't know. So lesson for all you viewers out there: look, but don't stare. It's not nice.
Avert your eyes.
Avert your gaze, especially if you're looking at my big titties.
Because Michael gonna be right behind you. Oh God.
Did you miss the titty talk?
I have missed. You know when Bernie talked about titties?
No one will talk about titties with me.
I'm having tit talk withdrawals.
You've been dreaming about them.
Oh, he's dreaming about titties. This is normal.
I thought this was a raid stream, not an old wise complaining stream.
Welcome to our, well, to be honest, it's a tit talk. So.
Yeah.
And we're always complaining about something.
Talk.
Like, I don't know the last time I did a fucking stream without complaining about something.
Yeah.
Most of the time I'm complaining about how shit I am at the game. I'm complaining about myself.
Exactly. That's what I said. Instead of TED Talk, it's a tit talk.
Yep.
But no, seriously, we haven't got talking like in the last few weeks. So we have lots of complaining to do.
Lots of tit talk to catch up on.
Lots to catch up on. Lots to be happy about. Lots to complain about.
It's one of them things where like I feel like from one day to the next, like my plate is getting fuller and fuller, and then like a day like yesterday, like me and Chris just get like 20 things off the plate.
Yeah.
And then again for a period of time, it's, you know, new things are just loading all back on, you know, like I'm struggling with the lack of like consistency of it, you know, being like ticking over to the point where like it's either like all or nothing. We're either super duper fucking productive or everything's piling up and I'm getting really overwhelmed. So it's like when I'm being super fucking productive, I'm absent because I'm getting shit done.
Yeah.
And then it's like when I'm feeling overwhelmed, I shut down. So then, you know, I'm not around either.
Yeah. So you can't really win in any
I feel like I'm always in the constant state of catch up and overwhelmed, and you know, you're lucky if you get a fucking good morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
to make a couple of lists.
She's been, I mean, on her holiday as well, so she's pretty unsure about what the fuck's going on these days as well. So she's in the same boat as you, dear.
Definitely, we can be in that boat together. But yeah, make a couple of lists, and just try and take an extra one or two off a day for a couple of weeks, and hopefully that will help like diminish what needs done without severely overwhelming you.
Yeah.
Like I actually had a great holiday, and that's what I said to Michael. Like I feel like I didn't do very much at all, and it was really, really needed.
Yeah.
I feel like of being able to come home.
Like refreshed.
Yeah, like refreshed and just be like, right, okay, I know it's back to the daily grind, but I'm a bit more prepared for it because I actually had that rest and relaxation that
you had that self-care, you had that wind down time to be able to like get yourself in a better headspace to deal with the grind and the priorities and what needed to get done when you got home. Yeah.
Definitely, like 1,000,000%. Although I'm laughing, I come home to a week full of 1,000,000 things to do, and I'm kind of going, oh, I wasn't prepared for this.
But I mean, is that not the way it always goes? Like when you are going away and stuff, you're like, I'll do that when we get back from the trip because I don't have time before we go. I'll do that when we get back. I'll do that when we get back. And then when you get back, you're like, I have to do all this shit.
Exactly. That's exactly what this week is. Yeah. It's like we're at the hospital all day yesterday with the kids just for our annual reviews. Then today I have like 2 different appointments. Then tomorrow, baby girl has another like hospital appointment. Then the kids are off school for the next like week and a half, 2 weeks.
Yeah, because it's Easter.
Yeah, because it's Easter. Then Thursday I have like the dinner, but the dinner's fine because that's just dinner, you know. but Michael will be at like his games night one of the nights of the week, and then there's something else going on. So it just feels like there's loads. But some of them are good things, and then
like, isn't it weird though sometimes when like you schedule something that's meant to be nice, you know, like a dinner, you know, you're like, oh, I don't have to do the dishes, I don't have to cook, I don't have to buy the food, you know, like all that other type of stuff. But for some reason, because it's something that's scheduled, it feels like a chore almost.
Yeah. You're like, oh, I have to do this.
But then you're like, but wait, it's a good thing.
Yeah. I can go out, I can have a couple of Kingston martinis, I can have a nice steak.
To be honest, if we're still there when users come in, we're probably going to end up buying you loads of drinks because it's like your birthday and stuff. But like,
you can have me loads of drinks.
See if we're like on opposite ends of the fucking restaurant. Oh my god, can you imagine? I'll be like, hey,
no, over here.
Here, titties.
I laughed. The aunt that's bringing me for dinner, she wasn't the one that we went away with her. She's the one that had actually joined the Pokemon raid group. Remember, after me and you had sort of stopped playing because of loads going on, and then became totally addicted to it. So I've obviously talked to her about you loads of times. So this will be like her first time getting to meet you then. The friend who I met through a Pokemon group.
I know. And we live happily ever after for all these years.
Happily ever after.
Oh, it's so weird. Like, you feel like you need a year-long break, and even that might not be enough. Sometimes you do just need to have like a period of time, even if it is, you know, a couple of weeks or a fucking month or two. And honestly, just fucking work on little bit by little bit, changing your whole entire fucking life.
Yeah.
Like sometimes, like you really get yourself to a certain point in life where you're like, how have I got here? And all this needs to change.
Yeah.
Like I'm sitting worrying that like I'm gonna end up moving house. Like the plan is to sign the lease for another year for Chris to move in here and all that other type of stuff. And I'm worrying that the fucking like landlord is gonna be like, oh, you know, the current market, you know, blah blah blah, and is gonna want a fucking stupid amount of rent for this house, and then I'm gonna end up packing up last minute and going to Lisbon. And everything's going to change. Like, and it's making me nervous because I thought I had like so much time to prepare. You know, I thought I would have had 15 months, you know, like a year and a couple of months. But if it only ends up being like, you know, within the next 3-4 months, I'm going to end up living in a completely different fucking place and a completely different fucking environment around people and things that I don't fucking know. It's going to be very, very hard for me. But long term, it's going to be a very, very positive life change.
Yeah, I mean,
it's just like, oh, I don't want it to be nice.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. You'll maybe just have to like prepare for the worst and hope for the best.
Yeah.
I've been trying to change my life for the past month, but people in life keeps trying to keep me depressed.
Honestly, anything that isn't a positive addition in life has got to go. End of story. Yeah. Like, it needs to be that blunt. See, when you get yourself to a certain point where you're like, you feel like you're constantly chasing your tail, like you're trying, you're not actually getting anywhere. Something big needs to happen. You need to literally look at everything and go, does this bring me more joy than negativity? Yes, then it can stay.
Yeah.
You know, like I love food, but every single time I'm eating crisps, every single time I'm eating chocolate, every time I'm eating cake, I'm going, oh, I'm fat, I'm disgusting, I'm ugly, I'm going to put on weight, I need to stop eating this, blah, blah, blah. So it literally does mean no good to sit and do all this binge eating, which is something that is very difficult for me who eats their feelings. You had a friend of 2 years just remove you from everything with no warning or comment. So fun. Well, it looks like they were one of the things that needed to go then.
Yeah. I'm really sorry to hear that, though, because it's not nice when something like that happens. And especially if you don't know why.
What you did,
yeah. I mean,
then it rolls around your head.
Yeah. The most you can do is just send them a message. And if they reply, they reply. They don't.
Yeah.
But Gemma says, they were clearly one of the things that needs to go.
Yeah.
Because they obviously have no respect or
Yeah.
concern for you or your feelings to do
And
that.
I think one thing that always sucks the most is the investment of time you put into somebody. Like, even if it's a friendship or a romantic relationship or, you know, something like that or whatever, you've invested years, months, days, hours, minutes, like things. So, like, you've taken time out of your other aspects of life to put effort into supporting them when they were down, celebrating that with them when they were up, checking in on them every day, hanging out with them, you know, prioritizing their birthday, Christmas, you know, things like that and stuff. And then for people to just be like, bye, it's so disrespectful of the time that you've invested and wasted. And they act like, oh, well, you know, I'm done. Like, so, you know, that's it then. And you're like, spoken to the day before, everything was fine. Then woke up and bam.
It's not fair to be doing things like that on someone that you call a friend.
Yeah, so-called friend in fucking 2 years. Like, but that's the thing. Like, even, you know, even though you're saying, like, you know, you've been single for 4 years, you could have been in a relationship for 4 years and they act the same fucking way and you've wasted the same 4 years, but on the wrong person. You know, for me, I would much rather be single than continue to waste years of my life like I have previously done until I've met Chris, basically. I have wasted all these years of life on the wrong people that had no respect for me, so I should have just been single the whole fucking time. Yeah, see, I would have viewed it that way, like, you know, oh well, at least, you know, when you're in a relationship, you have that, you know, you've company, you have a person around you, you've got sex, you've got intimacy, you've got, you know, the cuddles and the how was your day, work, honey, and all that other type of stuff. But when the relationship ends, all of that was for nothing. All of that meant nothing, in my opinion. That's how I end up feeling. I'm like, well, them cuddles meant nothing to you, because if them cuddles meant to you what they meant for me, then you'd be trying to fix this relationship and continue the relationship. So fuck away off.
And the thing is, not every relationship ends badly, though. You know, there's lots of people out there that end a relationship amicably, continue to maybe be friends or whatever else. Maybe they just weren't meant to be in a relationship, but for a period of time, you had those kisses and cuddles or whatever, and then realized it was more of a like better off as friends situation than partners. But
yeah, I can't say I've experienced that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's not a normal thing, but it does happen.
Yeah,
but
I mean, there's so many people that like
be single for 4 years, maybe just out having a few dates or whatever.
Yeah, like there's definitely people that have like divorced and, you know, like they've got kids and, you know, like co-parenting and stuff. They've had a way healthier like friendship. They've both gone on to get remarried, maybe have more kids and stuff, and they've had a way better you know, relationship with friends and co-parenting than they ever did when they were married. Like, it does happen. I've never, you know, experienced that kind of nicety or pleasantry. Anytime I've ever tried to remain friends with someone, it's always gone left. It's always ended up being that there was residual feelings on their end and they're trying to ruin like my current relationship, or they stop talking to me the second that they realize that, you know, like I'm dating, getting into a relationship, or, you know, something like that or whatever again. Or, you know, they said that, you know, we're friends, but then they get into the relationship and she doesn't feel comfortable or whatever. So then I get cut off, and it's like, well, like if Chris turned around to me and said, you can't be friends with such and such because it makes me uncomfortable, I would want to obviously know what it was that they did to make them uncomfortable. Like, if you and Chris had a fight and Chris was like, I don't feel comfortable, you know, with her, you blah, blah, blah. I'm like, right, I'm never going to have these around each other. I'm not going to talk to you about her or whatever anymore. I'm going to respect that. But that is my forever friend. If you can't accept that, you're out the door. Just like if you turn around and you said, like, I don't like your fella, you know, I'd be like, right, okay, I'm not going to talk to him about, like, I'm not going to talk to you about him. I'm not going to have him around you, you know, blah, blah, blah.
You just separate
but
those.
I ain't breaking up with my man just because you want me to.
Exactly. Better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all. I think it depends on the kind of love that you're talking about, because not all love is equal. Some loves are completely toxic, and you would rather not be in a toxic, loving relationship, like being with a narcissist who gaslights you, you know, than...
It's weird though that like once you've kind of survived like a narcissistic relationship, like you still, like, your brain is still there.
Yeah.
All the time. It doesn't matter if you're in the healthiest relationship ever and they've never even given you a millisecond of, you know, comparison that they're that same kind of person, but it's still always like ingrained in you. And then you also think, you know, like, why wasn't my love enough? You know, like you think, you know, stuff like that as well. Like, why did they treat me that? You like, that all like stays with you and rolls around your head. So I think I'm a bit more like blunt, and I'm a very black and white thinker. So things that come from, you know, like a subjective point of view, you know, obviously everyone's opinion is based on, you know, things that they've seen, experienced, heard about, felt themselves, you know, the you know, the path that you've walked. But I don't know, like, from everything that I've been through in relationships, there's definitely relationships that I thought were love and didn't want to lose, and then after the fact realized that it was never love. They weren't capable of love. They don't know how to love. And the love I was giving them, they didn't understand, because love is not a language they speak. So it really depends. There's definitely loves I've had out there that I would agree it was better to have had it and lost it, but it was still extremely painful.
Yeah.
So it's like
my closest friends these days. She's the person I go to if I need advice or help. That's great, though. You know, that is absolutely brilliant that you have been able to still maintain that kind of relationship with someone, especially whenever you have built up bonds and there is that friendship there, because first and foremost,
and you know that was real.
Exactly. You obviously just didn't do it, and that's okay.
Yeah.
But to be able to keep them as a friend when you still have some form of love there.
Yeah. Like the respect that you had for each other was real. It still exists. You know, the general care for your well-being and wanting you to be your best self and succeed in life, you know, that was all real. That was all true. You know, certain aspects of the relationship obviously didn't work romantically, but the foundation for even any romantic fucking relationship is general respect and actual care.
Agreed.
Like, if you don't have that in a marriage with your baby daddy or baby mama, or, you know, whatever, you know, with your parents, with a fucking member of the public out in the fucking street, you know what I mean? Like, you ain't got shit.
Exactly.
Like, that's something that will always be my first absolute hell to the motherfucking no, is when I feel there's been a level of disrespect happening.
Yeah.
Like, if there's been a misunderstanding, like, oh, fuck, I thought you meant yesterday. Oh, no, you meant today. Oh, damn, sorry. You know what I mean? Like, a miscommunication or whatever like that. Okay, cool, fine. But disrespect, you know, like, oh, I just couldn't be arsed coming, so I didn't show up.
Yeah.
You're like, you couldn't have fucking communicated that with me, you know? Or, I didn't think you'd want to go, so I didn't fucking ask you. Okay. So you just made an assumption on my behalf and didn't think, you know, that I might care. All right. Fine.
The thing with respect, it works both ways, obviously, but what one person perceives as disrespect, someone else might not.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's why every relationship's different and why you have to work at it constantly and like communicate always, because that's where the problems come in.
Yeah. When people don't say, like, XYZ hurt my feelings, you know, it made me feel blah, 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 the other person isn't going to know what the fucking did wrong.
Yeah.
So the other person is going to continue to do that behavior that is apparently hurtful.
Yeah.
And then the other person is going to continue to get more and more and more and more hurt. And then they've gone from 2 to 6 to 10 out of 10. They've hit their limit and they're out of there. And the other person's sitting there going, what the fuck have I done?
Yeah. What's happened?
You know, if you're saying the same thing for fucking years, I don't like it when you do this, or it really hurts my feelings when you do this, or please don't speak to me that way, or do not treat me this way, blah, 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 blah. And you're going, okay, cool, I hear you. And then you're continuing to do it again. That is just disrespectful. But if you're not making someone aware that it's an issue, then you're 75% of the problem, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And I think that's where, like, sometimes then I get too extreme and I'm too quick to say, don't do that, or I don't like that, or that's not appropriate, or let's not go there.
Yeah.
And people are like, why'd you just chew my face off?
Cray Gemma has entered the building.
Oh, sure, she never leaves. She's always there.
And that's the thing, though. I think sometimes you've got to have that little bit of grey, but not everybody can manage that. You know,
it's so hard.
It's not the way that, say, your brain, for example, works. Which is like, why you will then question things. Was I too quick to do this? Was I too quick to say that? Like, am I wrong here? You know, which is good.
One thing, like, you have to. That's one thing you have to really, really commend about the people that are currently in your life in a positive way, is that there have been give and takes. Like listening and hearing are very, very, very different things. Like, someone can listen to the words you say, not actually take any of it in, and then it's the same shit fucking different day.
Yeah.
And you're like, are you listening to me? And they're like, yeah, you've said this 600 million times. And you're like, well, why? I should only fucking say it once.
Shouldn't have to say it again.
Like, what the fuck? And I think that's one of the reasons why, like, I personally appreciate, like, my relationship with you, and then obviously my relationship with Chris. Like, Chris is a partner that I've never experienced before, that, like, my feelings are his feelings. Like, if I'm struggling, he feels that, he takes that on as his, and it's his problem. You know, if I'm not feeling well, you know, he's like, both of us are going to have negative effects from this. I need to fix this, because when she's hurting, I'm hurting. When she's happy, I'm happy. You know what I mean? But at the same time, like, no one's right all the time. So yeah, we've had conversations where I've been like, you didn't handle XYZ the way I would have liked you to. Moving forward, I would like you to handle it this way. This is what worked for me. And he goes, okay, noted. Obviously, I didn't know that. Everything's a learning curve. Unless you have conversations like that, you're never gonna know. And then, you know, there you go, fucking lesson learned. Fucking, you know, Bob's your uncle. It's all good.
Yeah, definitely.
But I think like, emotional maturity is so important.
Yeah. And I think that's what's good about being single for so long too. It's gonna have given you the time to work on yourself, or at least to be trying to work on yourself, so that when you do finally find that person, you're actually ready for the relationship, and you're not sort of emotionally
carrying that baggage.
Yeah, exactly. Carrying any baggage, that you're open and available to give and receive.
Like, I have definitely been known, and something that the wife has shouted at me for several times, is jumping from one relationship to the next and not doing things slow enough. And I think I finally, after my last relationship, I finally made sure that I was in a position where I was in a place where I was happier with me. I was doing the work on me. I was happier with who I am. I had put to bed open chapters that I was no longer waiting on the other people to close the book. I closed it myself.
Yeah.
You know? And like, Chris as a partner has made me feel safe enough, confident enough, willing enough to go outside of my comfort zone with so many things. Like, I'd literally only ever been on like a trip or a holiday with one person, like romantically, my whole entire fucking life, that was meant to be my birthday present, but I paid for, that we fought the whole entire time. I spent most of it fucking crying, and it was absolutely horrible. Other than the place itself, you know, Poland is beautiful, love it, I talk about it all the time. But having the right person makes everything that, like, I was such an anxious mess going on my birthday trip. I was like, what if? But then felt confident enough to just take everything in my stride the whole time we were there. There wasn't a single fucking argument, even though things were going wrong, because that's fucking normal. But we were solid. We were grand. We were good. And that's all that fucking mattered, because then you can deal with the other fucking shit for you know, very easily because you're tackling it as a fucking team rather than turning on each other. And stuff like, I fucking detest football. I fucking hate football. And then I'm sat there fucking going to a fucking football training session, watching him coaching. And I'm sitting there like, go, babe, go! Go, babe, go! And I'm sitting there like, I fucking hate this sport. This is fucking shite, but go, babe, go! Because I love him, because I'm proud of him. You know, that makes all the fucking difference. Previously, I've been like, I'm not fucking going yet. But that's disrespectful to my partner because I'm putting a dampener and I'm shitting on their dreams, their interests, their passions. I don't want them to do that to me. So I'm going to go out of my way to do what makes them happy as well. Like, streaming isn't necessarily Chris's fucking, you know, dream and goal in life or, you know, whatever. But he supports me in every fucking which way possible. Which you have seen, he fucking sits and streams fucking with me.
He's like amazing.
The man would give his fucking left arm if it made my day easier, and vice versa. And I've never experienced that in my life. And I say to him fucking all the time, I'm terrified. I am terrified that someday this is all going to go to fucking shit. All my happiness is all going to get fucking taken away. I'm going to be on my own forever. I'm going to be fucking 90. I'm going to die alone. All this here fucking shit. And everyone has feelings like that. And the motherfucker's still here.
Yeah.
But I mean, he laughs at me and he goes, shut up. Like, shut up.
Work on myself now. I'm still a mess. Well, we're all a bit of a mess, as you just saw what Gemma said, you know. But working on yourself, like, we're all a work in progress. It's not something that happens overnight, and it's not something that you'll ever like be truly fixed or whatever. You're
never going to feel complete.
Do that.
You're never going to feel complete. Like, you're never going to wake up one day and go, I'm 100% the best I'm ever going to be, and I no longer need to work on myself, because then you're an asshole. You always need to work on yourself. No one's ever going to be perfect.
Yeah. Because at different stages in your life, things will change. Yeah. You have to learn to continue to work on yourself and grow with those changes.
Despite
to be the best version of yourself.
Yeah. In spite of the other shit around you, like the toxic people, the people who are dragging you down, the people that are making you fucking feel like that, because they're not accountable for you. Only you're accountable for you. You're accountable for your own happiness. You're allowed to be fucking happy. Your happiness does not, and Chrissy, by the way, I hope you're fucking listening. Your happiness does not depend on making everyone around you happy motherfucking first. Okay?
The people pleaser is listening.
Like, I was so bad for it, and now I'm like, I feel like I'm semi-extremely on the other side. To the point where I'm like, not in the way where like, oh, if it doesn't benefit me, I'm not interested. Not like that. But if I'm like, look, if I'm not certain that there's going to be some sort of like respect here, not give and take, because sometimes you just have to be nice to be nice.
Yeah.
You know, paying it forward, not getting anything in return. Like, it's not like I scratch your back, you scratch mine all the time. But you're not sitting there keeping tabs. Like, you know, 17 years ago, I did her a favor, so now I'm going to ring her and cash it in. Shit doesn't work like that.
No,
but
it doesn't.
Knowing that you've put out good every day and made sure it wasn't at detriment of yourself.
Yeah.
That's what's the most important part.
Yeah, like as Blue Hoodie Boy says, he spent a long time making everyone else happy and never putting himself first.
Yeah.
And it takes a toll. Oh, I believe you, because I do exactly the same. I always make sure everyone else is looked after, and then I fall to pieces and be a mess.
And then everyone's like, what the fuck? Like, how
and then everyone else goes to shit because I was the one doing everything.
Yeah.
So one of my appointments today that I says I was going to is actually counseling, which I think is super, super important. Like, if you're not seeing a counselor or a therapist, you should be. Just for even the general everyday shit, because it really helps just to speak to an impartial person about all the crap that goes round your head, and to help you sort of figure out what you need to be doing.
Yeah.
To help you work on yourself.
Because sometimes, like, you're so overwhelmed and overburdened that you do not see, like, you see a brick wall, you don't see 5 paths to choose. You don't see, oh, I could try this or I could go down here. You go, oh, well, I don't know what else to fucking do. I feel like I'm fucking stuck. I can't see a fucking way to, get through, like navigate this? How do I cut this person out of my life who's extremely toxic, but I do love them? You know what I mean? Like that type of stuff. You know, it could be your family, it could be your friends, it could be a fucking partner. You know, I think we've all been in a position in our life where we're so fucking scared to lose someone that we care about, that we tolerate behavior we should never tolerate.
Yeah.
And it's like, I mean, therapists actually do have their own, like they have their own like support systems too.
They do, yeah.
It's very, very, very a key thing in their job to make sure that they have good support systems as well.
Because
Morning, sweetie.
They're taking on a lot of other people's shit. Yeah. And that's the kind of stuff you bring home depending on what you're hearing every day. Yep. So like mental health is important, and having someone to speak to about that is super important, no matter who you are, whether you are a person going to a therapist or you're a therapist yourself. Morning, Chris.
I think it is just one of the things where like it just doesn't get talked about enough. Like I'm all for positivity. I don't mind someone coming to me and unloading all their problems and venting. I'm going to be solution based. I'm going to be sympathetic. I'm going to be like, what can we do? What can we try? You know, blah, blah, blah. If someone is wanting to vent and they don't want the solutions, that's fine. But if they are coming with shit after shit after shit after shit after shit, and they don't want any solutions, they're never looking for any solutions, they just want to complain about it, I'm not your person. Like, I'm such a solution-based person. I want to help. I feel your feelings. If I know you're fucking struggling, I've probably sat and fucking cried because I'm like, how can I help you? How can I fix this? What can I do? So it's like, there's times where it's completely okay to vent and just be like, you know what, this is really fucking me off today, okay? And you unload it and maybe you feel lighter and people are like, you know what, dude, that would fucking suck. Fuck that guy. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, you're better than that, you know, blah, blah, blah. And then we get back to fucking giggling, talking about titties and, you know, all the rest of it. But at the, you know, end of the day, it comes down to what do you want out of your life? If you can sit and actually say what would you need in order to die happy? I work that way, and I start and work backwards from that. You know, like what do I want to have achieved when I'm on my deathbed? And then I start thinking about breaking that down into little tiny fucking baby steps of how the fuck do I get there, so it's not a monumental task. I'm not sitting here going, you know, like I need to buy a house tomorrow or my life is over. But I want to be a homeowner. I want to have had that achievement under my belt. So if it comes tomorrow, that's amazing. If it comes in 20 years, I'm not going to be fucking super ecstatic about it. But I'm not on my deathbed going to be like, you're such a failure because you were 47 when you bought a house. I'm going to be like, you know what? You bought that motherfucking house. Exactly. And you never gave up. You never fucking, you know, every single fucking setback you had over them fucking 47 years, you still fucking gunned for that achievement. You fucking got there. Well done, you girl. You know, that's the gain. That's the positive, like, type of thinking that you need to, like, ingrain, because if everything is focusing on the negatives, you will get nowhere. And everyone has been there. Yeah. When I allow myself to go into that place in my head, I end up having a meltdown on my bathroom floor. Screaming and crying and fucking rocking back and forth and fucking everything awful. Or I have a relapse and addiction fucking goes again because I can't fucking get out of my own head. So it's like, if you surround yourself with things that can give you even that fucking inch of positivity that you need to get yourself through the day, that's what you need. The negativity you got to kill that. Kill that. That's got to go. That's my girl.
And I think that's the thing, though, isn't it? Everybody's so different in how they deal with stuff. Like, you have issues with being so black and white. I have issues with allowing other people to help me. But, like, one of your strongest things is that if I come to you with a problem, you do break it down into those baby steps. When I can't do that in my own head because I'm just...
Because you're in the feelings of being too overwhelmed and emotional.
Yeah, I'm seeing that brick wall, whereas you're like, well, here's what you can do, and you are freaking amazing for that. You know, so you all need a Gemma in your life. Find your Gemma.
Right, I'm gonna cry now. That's enough.
But that's what I'm saying. Everybody has their strengths and weaknesses, and it is just sort of figuring out which one you're lacking in, and then trying to work on that bit by bit, because you're never going to be able to do it all in one go. Make her cry, make her cry.
No, because I'm already well enough. Don't do it. Because I actually made a joke. Like last time, everyone made me cry on stream. I didn't have a camera, so no one could see it, and I was able to just mute myself and have a cry, get myself back together, and come back. Yeah. But no. But the thing is that I know she's sitting saying, like, oh, everyone needs Gemma, you know, whatever. But I'm not fucking perfect. Sometimes I'm a fucking arsehole. Sometimes I'm a fucking wanker. Sometimes I need to get good shake. And then I need a wifey. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, or I need my Chris to be like, yo, get it together. What are you doing?
Yeah.
But, like, everyone has their fucking, like, breaking point. And even, like, never underestimate when you are in a dark place what your worth is. You do not understand how a smile that you did in the shop, you know, last week made someone's day and maybe saved them from a dark place. So when you're in a dark place, never underestimate your worth to another human being. Like every single fucking viewer, every single fucking follower, every single fucking subscriber, every stream that I have done where I've been able to giggle with people, we've been able to take the piss out of each other. We've been able to talk about fucking titties. We've been able to talk about really deep things, share our knowledge. I've learned things about different cultures, nationalities that I never would have been exposed to. And I have felt a sense of more self-worth, that like people are wanting to see me. People are enjoying seeing me. I make people happy by being my raw, authentic self, which is stuff that I've not experienced for many, many, many years of my life. So not only does maybe like my streaming give you guys someone to watch, giggle to, you know, and you can hear me call everyone's mum's a hoe and, you know, all the rest of it. And it's all fucking fun and games when I'm raging and I'm screaming the fucking house down. But never underestimate how important that is to me as well. Like, sitting there going like, oh, what can I offer someone, or, you know, whatever, like I'm no good, I'm a fucking mess, I'm a broken human being. All that self-negative talk is not what I experience. What I experience is the banter, the niceness, the knowing that I have someone to ask questions to about certain games that I'm stuck in that I find overwhelming, knowing that if I have a fucking issue, or if I'm sick, users are wishing me well. That gives me a benefit in my life of knowing that users care for me, I care for you, and it works both ways. So sitting and saying, you're like, oh, I'm a mess, like I'm broken and all that there, we all are in so many fucking ways. Like Chris saw my first fucking breakdown like a week or two ago. I just hit my fucking limit. I hit my wall. I was just so fucking overwhelmed, and it was one of them days where it came out of nowhere. It was every tiny little fucking thing was building up into a fucking massive mountain, and I just lost my shit. But that doesn't mean that I'm, you know, less of a human being because I had a really shit moment.
Yeah.
So it's something like to always be conscious of, that when you're fucking struggling, you are worth something to someone else. Always. Even when you do not believe it. Even out of spite if people tell you ain't worth shit. Liars.
Yeah. Don't sell yourself short because of something someone else said.
No. And that's the thing. It's like, yes, I'm great at like finding like solutions and breaking things down and all that other type of stuff, but I struggle to do that for myself.
Yeah.
Like, and that's my, like, not people pleasing, I would say, but like that's my like real like empathetic side, is that like I can help you with all your shit, and then when it comes to my shit, I need everybody else to help me. Yeah. And that's why, like, that's what a community is all about. Like, we thrive off helping each other. We benefit from being there for each other. Yeah. Our Gemma is the sweetest soul. Aw, love you, Bubs. I was gushing about you like fucking 10 minutes ago. You missed it, so. The moment's passed!
The moment is gone.
Oh, Lord.
Everybody has their own strengths and weaknesses, and you just got to figure out what yours are.
I know one of my biggest weaknesses is having a very black and white mentality.
Yeah.
What did you miss? We were just talking about titties.
No, I think he means like the gushing part.
No, I know.
You're like, I'm not telling you.
I'm not saying nothing.
You don't get anything.
I'm just being a wee gas, right? Discussion for you, Bubba.
I think I gotta level up a couple of level 2s at some point.
How long is it gonna fucking take me to fucking ascend one bloody champion? Like, get the fuck.
I have no idea, but I gotta go in a couple of minutes. So I'm gonna try and get my daily quest done super quick.
And clan boss.
I know. Oh yes. Just gonna have to buy something stupid from the market.
Clan boss. Boss.
Just makes me think of one of the shows I was watching earlier on YouTube, and they do a wee chant, divorce. It's just
the way when we were at game night, Chris was talking about how much he loves Parks and Rec, and then Easons were all talking about it and all that other shit, right?
Yeah.
He said to me there, last night or the day before, something that we're April and someone. Like, there's
April and Leslie. Who would you be? Because I'm assuming I'm the April.
No, I mean, like, it's me and him.
April and
like
Andy?
he said that me and him are April and Andy, and I was like, I don't fucking get this. And then he sent me like a 10-minute long video of like the best of April and Andy, and I was like, I ain't watching this.
I wouldn't say that Chris is as dozy as Andy, and you're not as dark as April, but I understand why he would say that you are those guys.
I don't get it. Like, went over my head. We go back 10 minutes from now. It's actually an hour ago. I went back before because Chrissy asked me a question, but you said I wasn't on. So I went back to listen. You said it was 10 minutes in. It was 45 minutes in. Okay, well, another one of my flaws then, Chris, thank you, is terrible concept of time.
Oops.
It is true, though. My concept of time is awful.
Yeah, I can't say anything about that. Mine's is kind of just as bad, so oops.
Like, I'll be like, I'll ring you in 10 minutes, 7 to 10 working days later. I'm like, I forgot.
Let's see, arena and clan boss, 2 more arena, but I don't think I have any tokens left for the arena.
You've won?
I need 2.
Oh, shit.
I need 2, unfortunately.
Do both at the same time? Do both what at the same time?
Drink some water and stretch it out.
Oh, fuck.
Well, if you drink the water, I'll stretch it out.
They can't see that.
Oh, I needed a stretch, though. Oh, fuck. Twang.
The restream doesn't show the thingies coming up, sure, remember? Like, if someone redeems something, like, I can't see it.
Yeah.
It's really annoying.
Well, Chris redeemed Make Me Drink Something, and he also redeemed Stretch It Out.
And
wanted you to do both at the same time.
No, we're going to move over to OBS, though. He's like semi-convinced me because he keeps saying, you need OBS, you need OBS, you need OBS. And I'm like, I don't know how to work stuff.
What is OBS?
Like, you know the way I use Twitch to stream, or when me and you are streaming together, we use Restream?
Yeah.
It's basically like another like streaming system, Majuber, but apparently it's just like better, and he's like, oh, you need OBS to do that, or oh, we can't do this unless you have OBS, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, I'm sure he will help you the next time he's up to look into it, maybe get it sorted. I'll sit down some night that I'm free and help you.
Chris, did you look at your phone?
Did you text him to tell him about Thursday, or are you going to tell him now?
That's what I'm saying, Chris. Did you look at your phone? Not Chrissy and Michael. No, Chrissy's going with her auntie.
My auntie's bringing me out for like a belated birthday dinner.
Like, she was like, oh, I'm going for dinner Thursday night. And I was like, where? What time?
I'll actually have to go here and ask her what time.
Yeah, double check the time. Because I'm sure, like, we could maybe move our time, like, back half an hour, whatever. And then just, like, shout across the restaurant.
Christine!
Happy birthday, bitch!
Right, let's see. Demon Lord. Do easy today.
Yeah, easy's near dead.
Quick battle.
You got this!
And the thing is, you don't even want me freaking interrupting your date night anyway. Because it's
Gonna
not
end
very
up all
long.
sitting around at this fucking same table.
Yeah,
Turning chairs over.
I see you dragging the chairs and Bailey across the restaurant.
You just see me like,
What Gemma didn't tell you we arranged this here, auntie.
Surprise, motherfucker!
What would have happened if I'd have said no?
Oh, God.
I know I'm laughing because she was saying that she was free all these evenings, and I'm like, well, let me check my calendar, because like Michael obviously has game night, and I knew I had some appointments and things, so I ended up. She was like, well, let's do Thursday because that seems to be the night that's easiest for you. So I was like, yeah, sweet. When I get steak. I know. I'm thinking I might have the steak too. I got a steak
I'm
on
going
holiday.
for the silver side. Or
The
you pepper sauce lady?
Yeah, but it didn't. It wasn't nice. It just
What?
It put me off my steak. I was like, no.
Oh, no.
I ate it. Don't get me wrong. I wasn't not eating my dinner because I was starving.
Yeah.
But it was just one of those ones where the pepper sauce can make or break your dinner, and it just was not nice. I did not like it. Right, well, that's the easy clan boss defeated. Whoop whoop.
Whip whip. Yeah, that's we're definitely doing a lot better with our clan bosses.
Yeah.
So we are. They're all the way up to fucking Ultra Nightmare and shit.
What I'll probably do is leave the game running while I'm out to hit my 90 minutes, and then I get my 3 stars.
Whoop, 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 whoop. What a soulful Raid Shadow Legends stream. Yes, we are. We're beating butt.
Peppered sauce is number 1, Chris. I also agree. Unfortunately, I can't even join in the clan versus clan because I'd use Michael's phone for the other account. He obviously has that at work. And then I had to get my main account onto the clan today. So because it only joined, I wasn't allowed to enter clan versus clan, which is
shame.
It's crap, but it is what it is. So
yeah. Well, we will we'll leave it there for today, folkies. It's been an emotional little heart to heart talk today.
It has agony and jams today.
I'll be back tomorrow for Warhammer Wednesday, calling everyone's mums a hoe. So be back to swearing and game rage and all the rest of it. So on that note, have an amazing rest of your Tuesday. Bye-bye.
Bye.